back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. We are very, very appreciative for our Patreon patrons. That monthly payment is helping out a lot. We're very, very much appreciative of our YouTube subscribers. It's only a couple of bucks, and you're helping a lot. Even if you're doing that or you're not, you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account. That is free. It costs you nothing. You already gave Amazon your hard-earned money. You worked to pay Amazon, and they're keeping it. They aren't giving it to Shane. But if you link your Twitch Prime account to your Amazon Prime account, they will give Shane some of your money that you already paid them. Costs you nothing, helps us out immensely. Please do it. The instructions are in the description right below.
This episode of Pachter Factor is brought to you by DeShazer Ryan Realty. Right now, Doug DeShazer has beautiful lots available adjacent to Koocanusa Lake in northwest Montana. Pull up your RV and access the hookups, or build your own construction. Either way, you have access to world-class fishing, hunting, boating, swimming, biking, hiking, and the internet. No matter where you're looking to buy, make Doug DeShazer your real estate consultant at 406-291-1643. That's Doug DeShazer at 406-291-1643.
Okay, today's question from Sifted from Mixie Q. Kids are growing up with touchscreen games as their formative experiences, and the market is starting to lean more towards PC and mobile. Is console gaming becoming an old man's hobby? When do you see mobile versions of AAA games becoming more common, like Resident Evil and the latest iPhone? Do you think those games will ever sell well on mobile? I think that the mobile version of games will end up looking just as good as a console version. I think that for single-player games, you can do a lot on a mobile screen, but not enough. I think ultimately we'll have mobile games. Literally, your phone will be in a docking station, and we'll play a mobile game on our TV with a controller. And this will be good enough for single-player experience. It will. It's just not going to be good enough for a 4K, 60 frame a second mobile experience. It'll, like, these games blown up are going to be like Switch games blown up. They're not going to look that great. And there might be some lag, and you're going to have issues, obviously, with the internet. But I think we're a couple of years away, if not this year. I mean, I think Star Wars Hunters is going to prove this works or doesn't work. Star Wars Hunters is Switch and mobile. And it's the first game that's cross-platform console and mobile that is built as a mobile game. Fortnite, obviously, is both, but not built as mobile. It might not work. I don't know. I think that we are one or two phone iterations away from it working. And I think that Star Wars Hunters proves people are trying. So I think it's coming. It's just, so the answer to your question was, will they ever sell well on mobile? I don't think the ultimate experience is going to be buy a game $60 and play it on a mobile phone for 10 hours. I don't see that. I think mobile's going to always be the free-to-play experience. But it'll be Grand Theft Auto Online on mobile. I think that will work. I think FIFA Ultimate Team on mobile will work. And again, you might play it on your TV, but think of the mobile phone as a distribution platform for that game where you don't need to own a console. Because your phone has a fast enough CPU, GPU, and your phone has enough storage to play the game. It will run hot. You're going to have to keep it plugged in because it'll be a battery hog, but absolutely you can do that. So, I mean, coming. I just don't know how many years before it happens. Again, this is what I said back when I said the last great console generation, 2009, saying that we have diminishing returns. Like, we're going to have a generation of people grow up and they've never owned a console and they've played games every day in their lives. So we're not very far away from that generation being born, but I don't think they're born yet. So I think that most gamers are playing PC or console now. Anybody that's over 10 is playing PC or console now, and I'm including Nintendo Switch in there. So I think it'll be another 10 years before you have people that are 10 years old who have never touched a console, and 20 years before. So it's going to take a long time. But the answer is yes. Console gaming is going to be what my granddad did, not what I did. And again, I'm the granddad age, so I know. Console games were invented as single-player experiences. And console games evolved, and we can name all the games, but Counter-Strike probably, but Halo is kind of the first console exclusive title that was multiplayer, and then Call of Duty evolved that, and all the sports games evolved that, and now we've got tons of them. But people like playing ongoing experiences, and mobile, Candy Crush with 10,000 levels, you're just never going to finish it. That's the point, is you don't ever finish it. And playing slot games, you never finish. Playing poker, you never finish. Playing Match Factory, I'm on level 1130, and I only started a couple of months ago. I'm curious how high it goes. You never finish. So, I think that it's really like people getting their news from TikTok or from Instagram or whatever, that they don't watch TV either. They consume differently than their grandparents did, and they play games differently than their grandparents did. So their attention spans are shorter, they are bigger at multitasking and better at it, and they need constant stimulation. And I honestly think most younger generations don't have the stick-to-itiveness it takes to finish a single-player game. Like, it's harder. It's hard. It's a slog. And I can't tell you how many games I've stopped playing because it was too much of a slog. Red Dead Redemption 1. Too hard. I saw something on the map and saw how far I had to go riding my horse, and I'm just like, no. No. And like I said, I always brag about finishing Fallout 3. I found every single location of Fallout 3. Do you know how far I had to walk? Because you can't teleport until you find the location. So you got to walk and walk and walk. So I ended up walking the entire freaking map, and it's big. And just after a while, you're just like, when am I going to get this done? So, and especially when there's death claws or radiation or whatever. Anyway, so it's a different generation. And I think it's the same thing. Like, movies aren't necessarily less popular, but they're less of a percentage of our consumption. And television and YouTube is a greater percentage of our consumption. We're spending more hours watching TV than we have ever spent watching movies. And so what happens is you expand the market with a different experience. More people play games, and the emphasis is no longer on the original gangster console game. I don't think console games are going away. I just don't think that's a growth market. It's never going to grow. It's your grandpa's gaming. Thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. A special thanks to our Patreon patrons and our YouTube subscribers, and any of you who are paying or not, please remember to stick it to Amazon. Link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account. Easy to do. You have to redo it every couple of months, so look at the description below and follow the steps. It's pretty simple. I appreciate if you do it. Shane gets paid. You've already paid for it. All you're doing is transferring your money from Amazon's bank account to Shane's bank account. So please stick it to Amazon, because Shane needs it badly, and I need 4 of you to do it. Just 4. Be one of the 4. And you can post on Twitter, I was one of the 4. I did it. It was free. Thanks very much for doing it. I'll see you next time.